Good afternoon and welcome back to episode 5 of Everything Meta. And we have once again Peyote in the building. Say hello.
Hi.
Hey. Hey, we're both in need of coffee. And so we're going to have a great conversation today. I've picked out some topics. Once again, he's not aware of what's going to be asked. But here's the thing. He's going to give whatever the first response that comes to his mind. Some of them would be about crypto. Some of them would be about the world in general. And we're just going to be two guys talking today. Sound good?
Yeah, let's do it. Try it.
I say first, ATH.
Oh, and then I respond to a word, all-time high. I mean, right?
Great. Does it remind you of anything in particular today?
Oh, no.
No?
I don't know if I'm going to be
Monkey.
Oh, monkey, all-time high. Yeah, monkey, all-time high there very, very briefly.
Yeah. All right. So that's bullish news where we saw point 6.8 cents on that.
Yeah, exactly. Which is like amazing. I mean, all things considering, I think they hit their last all-time high as ETH was in a slight upwards trajectory to like 1,500, and this time they're using very small ETH pumps, like $100 changes in ETH to establish new floors. And so as ETH continues to go up, we assume that Monkey will continue to go up. I think all the holders have the same game plan, right?
Absolutely. There's way more holding on this project than any that I'm aware of at the moment in terms of things that I'm following, and that's obviously great. Hold, buy, sell. I'm collecting reflections regardless. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Right. So related, recovery or fake out?
Oh, just ETH little rally.
The market generally. ETH, sure.
Yeah,
but the market in general.
I'm not an expert. My expert people, they say little relief rally. I don't care to time the bottom perfectly. I saw somebody told me that they were hunting a big liquidation at 895, so I put in a pretty solid order for ETH at 895. It went to 880. It filled my order, went back up. But previously I had bought at like 1025, then 895, then I bought again at 1080, and now I think that we're looking decent. I have other friends that say it's short every scam, pump, bull trap, this and that, but yeah, I feel pretty bullish regardless. I feel bullish if it's a rally. I feel bullish if it's gonna go down a little bit. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, it's a great project to be in where you get paid regardless.
Oh yeah,
of direction. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, monkey.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're bullish on ETH in general, as it pertains to the long term use case for it. You've mentioned that you're always loading up on ETH and therefore able to apply the ETH when needed. But as ETH goes, I think about the other projects that are ETH reliant, right? So then that's why I'm thinking about always back to Monkey, the biggest thing pumping right now. Bitcoin or altcoins?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I guess it depends on depends on your on your perspective. They say Bitcoin is like the most scarce money. I really like Digibyte. I was a Digibyte maxi like way back when, and I don't know. I think the altcoins are probably I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you probably have bigger gains in meme coins than anything, right? So,
Sure.
but if you use the altcoin, right? People, a lot of people don't use Bitcoin. They buy it, they put it away, they store it, whatever. People use ETH. They use it all the time. They use BNB. Um, I don't know if they use Solana. I don't know if they use Solana. They might. They
Mm.
might use some Solana. Yeah. So that's, I don't know.
So I had on there on my list ETH or BSC.
Oh, gosh, you know what? ETH. However, CZ is a genius,
Mm.
and I think it just takes time. Um, I think it just takes time. Like you guys saw last night, Cloudflare
Oh, yeah.
was down,
Yeah.
and so many exchanges are using Cloudflare, right? And so a lot of exchanges were cut down. BSC, or excuse me, Binance, right? I saw a tweet. He's like, because we use a decentralized network and we have redundancies, and that's sort of the whole idea, right? Like you have projects like NKN, like New Kind of Network and whatnot, where the nodes and all the validators are spread out. Digibyte is a perfect example of true decentralization, right? Where they have 5 different mining algorithms,
Mm.
so that like one particular microchip can't monopolize the hash rate, right? There's too many different ways to mine it.
Mm.
And for that reason, I suppose that it has redundancies, right? So that it's not hackable. Like you can't shut it down, right? Because you can continue to mine it in different ways and whatnot. And I think that's something that we kind of saw last night when Cloudflare is down, and so many people that rely on Cloudflare were like, the internet is broken and this and
We're
that.
under
And
attack. Yeah.
yeah, I know.
The sky is falling. Dex tools
Oh
won't work, and
my,
Ether scans not working. Yeah,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
bad. And Coinbase, and like, yeah, it was bad.
yeah. But Binance was fine. So they had those redundancies. So if somebody hosted their service on, like, say, NKN, like New Kind of Network, or something that is decentralized, then yeah, they probably would have been just fine, like Binance, right? So
Curveball, chocolate or vanilla?
vanilla, yeah, yeah, I think so. It's weird. So there's some chocolate I really like, man, and then like that really dark chocolate, I don't know what it is, man. It makes me sneeze. Like
Yeah,
you ever chew like a really minty gum,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Dentine Ice or something? Does it ever go up your nose and make you sneeze?
Not sneeze. No, it more like opens me up, like
Okay.
menthol or something. But
Yes,
yeah.
the minty gum. Like I sneeze, and that's the same thing with the really bitter chocolate. I don't know why, dude. I don't know why,
Yeah,
but I'll eat like a little piece and I'll sneeze, and I'll be like, but I like it. But yeah.
yeah. I'm not a fan. I'm not a chocolate fan. I have limited exceptions. There's my mom's chocolate chip cookies. I'll eat those.
Oh,
Snickers bars,
yeah.
and
Chocolate chip cookies are different. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Way
they
different.
don't count as chocolate, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like a chocolate
yeah,
cake, I would rather go with like some type of guava or mango cake over like the chocolate cake, right?
yeah. Cool.
No, it's
iPhone or Android?
iPhone, yeah.
Why?
I've been with it since the iPhone, I think the original iPhone. I've never broken one, never broken a screen, never
Mm,
lost it, never nothing. Just has always worked just fine, takes good enough pictures. And so that's why I just, you know,
yeah.
yeah.
East Coast, West Coast?
Oh goodness. I'm from Los Angeles, you know, from the beach in Los Angeles, and so the West Coast is like, you know, like born and raised. However, I do like many parts of the East Coast. So I'm gonna say West Coast, but I feel like I'm probably gonna move to the East Coast. So I
Really?
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
about you?
I'm
That one.
looking to move west. I've lived in New York, and New
Yeah.
Jersey for like a decade,
Right.
and I'm ready to, as I slow down and age, I'm actually looking to move to the West Coast
Where? Where?
for your glorious beach. Either San Fernando Valley or Orange County, Irvine. Something I still have, kids that need an
Yeah.
education, so I have
You
to
need to
concern myself.
be around people as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. See, I race horses, right? And on the West Coast, the weather, like the grass, the pasture has been getting there's more and more drought coming in, right? Like
Mm,
and so the grass really, the horses can only graze for a short period of the year, like maybe in the spring and in the fall. This year the spring's been really wet, but last year it's like boom, the rain shut off and then the grass just turned brown like
mm,
immediately. And so it's
mm,
like there's so much grass, there's so much green, but during the winter it's muddy. During the summer it's dead. And so you have to feed them hay all year. Whereas Virginia, horse country, Maryland, Florida, North Carolina, where it's raining during the summer, the grass is green all the time. And so I just see the horses out there grazing. So just for climate change reasons and whatnot. We're going on a super crypto people don't care about this.
hey, you might be right. Let's get back to a crypto question. Bootstrapping or leverage?
Oh, what do you mean? Like leverage meaning raising money?
The best way to kind of build your portfolio. Like, what do you think about leveraging your Bitcoin or ETH in order to buy altcoins to build your portfolio? Versus, do you think people should mostly save, what's the best way to enter and kind of improve your position in the market?
Oh shoot. Um, okay. I've never leveraged a digital asset.
Mm,
Um, Leveraging real estate is a great way to build your real estate portfolio, right? But when, like for instance, the DSCR, debt service coverage ratio, for like a commercial building,
mm,
generally the building is the thing that is qualifying for the loan. And so the cash flow, the NOI, the income from the building is what is covering the debt, right? And so then like the buyer, the borrower, right, is sort of secondary to whether the building qualifies for the loan.
right.
um
And commercial, right? We're specifically talking commercial here. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. Whereas maybe if you were using, like if you were borrowing at like a 5% on your Bitcoin, but you were getting like an 8% yield, then yeah, I mean, why not? Except that things like Celsius, right, that a lot of people were staking on, kind of broke, right? So I think you have to be careful. I think the best way maybe to build your portfolio all the time, right, is be less of a trader and more of an investor over the long term.
Hmm.
And kind of what that means is like, some people, this might sound weird. Some people go buy a box of ammo, right? Every paycheck, right? Every week they go buy like a box of ammo, and then pretty soon they have thousands and thousands of rounds, and the price of ammo fluctuates as well, right? And so like there's many people since the beginning of the pandemic, right, have 3x or 4x done their ammo. I know that sounds,
No, it makes sense. It's an
yeah,
asset. It's a
yeah, it
zone.
might
Yeah.
sound weird, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's and but that's like you're accumulating over time. Like you might buy a box of 20 or box of 50 or box of 100 or crate or whatever, you know, and over time, soon you have lots and lots of ammo. And then the market will fluctuate, right? And maybe something like a pandemic comes and ammo for some reason becomes scarce, and you know, so on and so forth. And that's sort of the same thing. I think a decent accumulation strategy, if you're going to DCA, you don't need to take like all your money and then try to time the bottom, buy ETH, you know, and ride it up, or buy whatever and try to ride it up. You can like for me, I saw that it hit 1025. I bought a little bit. I saw they were telling me there was a big liquidation at 895, so I put an order at 895, bought some more. You know, if it was going to drop again, buy a little bit more. If it starts to go up or still around my range, so it doesn't mess my average up. The point is to average in. You know, a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm going to wait for 600." Well, if they wait for 600, if everybody on crypto Twitter is saying 600, you know what I mean? I don't know. They're do the opposite of what everybody's gonna do, and what
Yeah,
everybody's saying. So if you buy it 1,000 and then it goes to 800, and you buy an equal amount, right, at 800, then your average is 900. It's like you bought it 900. If you buy more, then your average is going to be less than 900, right? If you buy
sure.
more, yeah. And then if it goes down, then your average is less. If you think that it's going to die, then you're just trying to you're catching a falling knife, right? Which isn't good. But if you
No.
believe in the project long term, you believe in ETH long term, it's a great buying opportunity, and you can DCA. Yeah.
Where do you see it going in 2 years?
Shoot, if I, you know, if I knew the future.
Well, you're
uh,
bullish on ETH for a reason, I'm imagining. So,
well,
what's the end game?
I think at this point it's probably the world's biggest computer, right? You know, I think that any of the EVM compatible uh, blockchains like BSC or you know, whatever, the layer twos like Arbitrum, right? Any of those are going to essentially help the Ethereum machine in a way. Um, you know, I don't know where it'll go. Maybe ETH 2.0 goes to 10, 14, whatever the analysts are predicting it'll be. It doesn't matter really, because it's something that you use, right? You pay the gas. The ETH network is going to have, it's not scalable, right? Like you can't go into a store and buy a Snickers bar and pay $21 in gas, right? To buy the Snickers bar. Like it's
Yeah,
not, yeah. I mean, it has serious flaws, you know, that things like BSC and the other layer twos try to solve. However, they should be trying to help whatever the standard is, right? Because like the more they deviate from the standard, like if everybody's picking ETH to be the standard, then that's like what they should pick, and just move on and try to help it and make it better. You know what I
mm,
mean? The more you try to, it loses focus, and then now you have all sorts of weird chains, and that they're like, are people going to use them? It's like net zero and AOL and then the rest of the internet, right? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know where it's
the,
going.
whoever sends a disc to your house, you just pop that in. Back in the good old days.
Yeah.
Um, what has the best chance, in your opinion, of displacing Ethereum?
Ooh, I think Cosmos. I think different chains are going to be used for different things, right?
Mm.
Like ETH is a little bit slow, but it has a lot of value in ETH. Um, goodness, Bitcoin is even slower, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of value in Bitcoin. I think Cosmos is really good, right? Just for its multi-chain, you know, interoperability.
Mm.
Polkadot they say is good, but I don't know. You know, I don't know that much about Polkadot, to be honest. You know, I think, oh gosh, maybe Cosmos. I mean, it's H bar. H bar, another one. So it's going to be something that is either fully compliant, right? Fully compliant with any like new regulations that might come out, and it's like building for full compliance before the the requirements come. And so that'll be something like H bar, right? Kind of like future proof, fast transactions, everything. Um, I think Google operates one of the H bar nodes, right? So it's a hash graph, super fast. They're going to use it for something, right? Obviously, they'll use it. And then you have something like Digibyte. Nobody builds on Digibyte. I think that's the problem. But it's either you have full compliance or full decentralization, right? Like Digibyte, because no matter what regulation comes in, nobody can actually shut it down. There's no way to shut it down. Right. So whereas with ETH, you need to find some compliance. There's some type of centralized something. And so like whatever regulation comes in, they'll probably have to adapt a little bit. Bitcoin's decent, they say it's decentralized, except for the people mining it. They can kind of monopolize that hash rate for mining.
Sure.
But I don't even know how profitable mining is at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are you on CRO?
Crow?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what is that which one is that one?
Kronos crypto.com.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe some VCs will pump it, and maybe some VCs and Matt Damon will pump it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. You're gambling unless you're going to use something. You use Crow, you stake Crow right on crypto.com and you get something. Yeah. So people are using it, so probably be all right. It's its own chain as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the thing is, like, you have hyper scalable chains, right? Like Stellar. I think XLM, people use XLM, right? Like MoneyGram chose XLM over XRP. They backed out of XRP, went to XLM. So you're looking for like what does it serve? What is the purpose of the chain, right? For XLM, it's fast payment processing, right? Stable coin creation, payment processing, so on and so forth. Hash graph, probably similar. Probably similar. Cosmos, connect all the chains together, right? Connect everything together. Crow, I don't know what it does. Should I buy some? Financial advice?
Look, my financial advice is you should not, because I am, and I don't want to be priced out of CRO. Thank you very much.
No, I can't. Bro.
I don't need you applying the ETH where I'm trying to accumulate. You got me? All right. We're still at like 12 cents over there.
What was the all-time high? Like $1?
About $1, 90 some odd, 98, 93 cents, somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly, but yeah.
That's how you do it. You find floors of things that you think will break all-time high again, right? So
yeah, if you can get nearly a 10x on that over time and stake it, whatever. Yeah. 6% staking. It goes higher depending on what you can do and whether you take advantage of
what's the reward?
Certain offers. Crow.
Okay, you stake
Yeah.
Crow, you get Crow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Mayonnaise, Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip is like whipped cream, right?
No, it's I think, gross sandwich spread that's not mayonnaise. It's like salad dressing stuff.
Are you sure? I think they use. Wait, what's the whip?
You're thinking of Ready Whip or Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Yeah. So we're going to go with you don't use Miracle Whip because you don't know what it is.
I don't.
Yeah, let's say that.
a good mayonnaise. You know, some mayonnaise is gross, but there's some people that make a good mayonnaise that is necessary for their sandwiches, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, certain things need mayonnaise,
Yeah,
and certainly for you, not Miracle Whip.
yeah I've
Uh,
never used Miracle Whip.
Charcoal, propane.
Oh, for the barbecue, can I
Yeah,
say a different one? I use the pellet. I use the
wood.
pellets.
Yeah,
Yeah, I use the pellets. Yeah,
should know you'd say something like
yeah. Well, where I'm in Oregon, we have like
that.
I think Traeger and Green Mountain Grill. They're all based out of Oregon. So I think
Mm.
most people here use the pellet smokers, right?
And what's a good day on the grill like for you? What are you making?
Oh goodness. Well, one of my close friends, rest in peace, he used to have a Hawaiian food truck. And so we bought a big pellet smoker for him. So it's some chicken, like shoyu chicken, chicken
Mm.
quarters. I like reverse searing the steaks. Smoke them low temperature for like an hour, and then sear them. That's always a nice way to make a steak.
Yeah, yeah,
But
sounds
I
good.
do all sorts of stuff, ribs or pulled pork, like big pulled pork, whatever. Do whatever.
Brisket.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
low and slow, 12 hours. What kind of time you putting into that?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
that's
I think
cool.
it's weird, those turkey roasters,
Hmm.
that you get them for like $30 at Walmart.
Hmm.
You put the whole turkey into electric cookers. I've had some of the best brisket and pulled pork just right out of the turkey roasters. You
Mm.
know, like
Never
no
even heard
smoker,
of
no
that.
barbecue, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Ooh, cool. Uh, Jordan or James?
goodness. I'm from LA. Kobe. Is it
I will
Kobe?
take Kobe as Jordan 2.0 or whatever. I'll
Right.
take it.
LeBron
Yeah.
James is pretty amazing. I think he's probably better than Jordan. Right. Yeah.
And that that concludes the conducting of this interview, and that's that. No, okay, let's go with that. Let's go with what you said. I asked you, and when someone asks me, I'll give a different answer.
Oh man,
Uh,
it's weird, right? We all grew up. Michael Jordan was the best, but then I like immediately after. I don't know how old you are, but right after that, I'm from Los Angeles. It's all Kobe. So when I was like 9, 10, 11, it was Kobe and Shaq. You know,
yeah,
yeah, like that was it. It was Kobe and Shaq, right? And
yeah. So yeah,
yeah, it's like
no, I don't
what's
disagree. So,
Shaq is
huh?
probably the best. Shaq is probably better than all of them, right? Most dominant
He was the most
player.
dominant, sure, for a period of time, but he was a flawed human, or flawed basketball player.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about his personhood, but the lack of free throws certainly hindered his career, and the fact that he uh wouldn't stay in basketball shape. I mean, that's why Kobe ran him out of town.
yeah,
Yeah. So, someone that dominant that played with Kobe and got those three rings should have more than four.
right.
And, that fourth one came from D Wade. I mean, uh,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
I don't
Young
know.
young Shaq, pretty amazing, pretty amazing.
College Shaq, rookie, first, I like
Magic
Magic Shaq.
Shaq, yeah, amazing.
Yeah, great. Lakers Shaq and the three-peat, pretty good. By the time you got to that year with Karl Malone and Gary Payton, whew, it was
Yeah,
time for Shaq to go,
all
right?
right. Poor Shaq.
but but yeah, I mean, I was a Bulls fan, native Chicagoan, so I was a Bulls fan through the '90s, right? And then
Oh,
Jordan retires in '98 for a bit, for the second time, never to return to the Bulls. I start watching Iverson.
yeah,
Um, he was kind of the biggest thing going at the
the GOAT.
time, and then Kobe.
Yeah.
and I never turned away from Kobe, right, until all the way through his whole career, and
Yeah.
which made me watch the Lakers. Even when I was in New York watching games 3 hours, I was staying up to 2 o'clock in the morning watching Lakers games like a crazy guy.
I liked
But
the
yeah,
Bulls last year. I thought that was a good team, you know?
oh, this past season,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a good team. You had the Lakers gave Chicago the GOAT,
What were we
Alex
saying?
Alex Caruso.
You think he was good? I liked him a lot, but let's relax on it. Like, what did he do for you guys? I don't remember.
They made when he dunked when he caught the rebound and dunked over JaVale and Kevin Durant. They made
Oh,
a
I didn't know that.
yeah, he just like flew through the air and dunked over McGee and
McGee, yeah.
Durant, and they
Oh,
made a mural of him. It so pretty good highlight. Yeah.
is Kobe the greatest Laker?
Oh, probably right. No, Kareem, right? No,
I
hard.
would take Kobe, Kareem, or Magic, but I'd go Kobe first. And I don't know if I have recency bias. Like, I watched Kobe.
Yeah,
Magic was drafted the year I was born. You know what I mean? That's a different scenario for me.
yeah,
So I appreciate his greatness and all, but even the first time the Bulls won was the defeat of the Lakers in '91. So even my position on Magic playing then was, it's past his time. Jordan's the guy. That's that.
right. Well, growing up, you crumple up the paper
Yeah,
and you throw it at the
Jordan.
trash can. No, you say Kobe.
Not okay. Maybe when you grew up, right? So I was born in '79.
Yeah,
I grew up in the '80s.
right.
There was Kobe is my was my so like I didn't grow up saying we grew up watching Jordan together.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. I guess Kobe would have been about a year or so older than me, two at the most.
Mm,
He graduated high school in '96 and went to the league. I graduated high school in '97, so in that range.
hmm
So I fully understand, like, when he got all the criticism for mimicking Jordan, right? I'm like, well, who else do you follow if you want to be the greatest?
Right.
Like, he's the model. Everyone wants to be like Jordan just because Kobe figured out how to be him. Great for him, right? So
Isn't Seth Curry's the greatest of all time now, isn't
he's
he?
the greatest shooter of all time, for sure. It's not close.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not close.
Yeah.
Steph is
He's
just
the GOAT, right?
special
He's the
as a
GOAT.
shooter.
Okay. Yeah, he's
Shooter.
no defense.
Yeah. And one thing that's important about Kobe is, and as he said, he wasn't specifically great at anything. So that's why his work ethic drove him the way it did. Like, he wasn't the best shooter. He couldn't jump. He wasn't the tallest. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't any of that. So he always had to work, which I think is one of the things I appreciated about him. But that shot, Steph, I've never seen.
Right.
Closest maybe there have been Ray Allen and Reggie Miller, I would say. But Steph, by a long shot, is better than both of
Yeah. See, I'm in Portland. You got Damian Lillard, stud.
them. Dame
Yeah,
Dollar. Yeah.
stud. Yeah. LeBron's defense is underrated, I think, too. Like, just when he
Back in the
wants.
day when he could run you down and
Yeah.
and beat that layup off the backboard
He's a
he's pretty
monster.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a beast.
He is. I mean, was. I don't know where we are with that,
It's
but
40, right?
yeah,
40.
that's
Sorry.
that's a turning point right around, after 35 it's all downhill
Yeah.
for pro athletes. For a pro athlete at least.
Yeah.
Related note, American football, international football.
I don't really watch either. I don't really watch either. Yeah.
All right. Moving right along.
Yeah. Yeah.
Burns or reflections? You can only choose one.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Burns. Burns.
Burns. Why? I,
I had to
you're hoping
choose
there'd be
one.
no follow up.
I had to choose one.
That's why, because you had to choose.
Gosh, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters, man. You know, I don't think it matters. You know, you have one of the best token smart contracts out, you know, with Cliff has the craziest burn function ever that, you know, at the end of the day, people want the price to go up so that they can make money, right? And the, yeah, so I don't know. I don't think it matters.
I'm not going to woulda, coulda, shoulda this thing, but can you imagine though, Cliff with USD reflections? Then,
Oh,
oh,
well,
could you imagine that?
yeah, yeah,
What that would have done for the community and people's ability and willingness to continue to buy back that chart?
yeah. Well, the tax is too high, right? Tax
For
is
sure.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
you,
sure.
you can't just rely on tax. So for Yasha, we're gonna use and I don't know, maybe we could cut this and you could use it as another segment for Yasha update, but um we're doing a Yasha V3. Obviously, our V2 chart looks garbage, you know, and
Mm,
it's kind of like a Cliff 2.5 contracts.
okay.
So we'll have because Boo's been working on new Cliff contracts in the background, trying to make improvements. You know, always improving. And Yasha actually has a consistent way to generate revenue, right? By launching
Mm,
projects, incubating projects, getting paid through the tax of the launches, so on and so forth, right? Goes back, you can feed the Yasha LP and use the Cliff burn function to keep raising the floor, right? And then Yasha, you have a better reason for people to hold, right? Although the chart is down, people seem to hold Yasha a little bit more, you know, or better. So
I think for those of you who are just passively listening, you should rewind about 60 seconds and re-listen to what Peyote said. Very bullish announcement he just snuck in there about Yasha and
yeah,
about Cliff. Yeah,
yeah. Cliff 2.5 contract should have reflections.
that's official.
Yeah, yeah. Either Ether or stablecoin. So
Breaking news. Okay. All right. I gotta get this turned around as quickly as possible.
yeah.
The world needs to hear this.
Oh, it's okay. I
Um,
put a little PDF of a breakdown of kind of what is in. So in the Telegram chat, there's a little PDF of like kind of what we have going on.
when did that happen?
Just the other day,
Uh, over the weekend, maybe. I don't know. I was a little unplugged.
maybe.
Cool. Burns, reflections. Theory or practice when it comes to learning to be a crypto trader.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a good trader, you know.
Or let's call it investor or gambler. Is it
Uh,
better to just jump in there and get your feet wet, or should you be reading and watching YouTube and reading all of Twitter? What's best?
just get in there. I think just get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, do research. You know, don't have it in your head that like you see some new launch and it's going to be as safe as a safe dev, right? Because there's a ton of scams out there. I think that what ends up happening is with us is we have a lot of new people in crypto in the Yasha ecosystem. They know us, they know that the projects are safe, right? um,
Mm,
and so then they feel like they see a new launch or they see somebody shilling something, and they assume that they have, you know, whoever deployed that has the same mentality as us, and it's just not the case, right? And so many of them are scams, and then you'll get a little bit jaded, but you'll also lose a lot of money, is what it seems like, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
What do you think about people that say don't invest more than what you're willing to lose? Or do you think that should be taken literally?
Damn, I mean, look at Celsius. Look at Luna.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, for sure, you should have some liquidity, so that you can, that's not tied up into some investment. However, there's been plenty of things that I've gone, like, when I was young, that I would go like all in on, right? Go all in on something.
Mm.
Uh, whether that pays off. I wouldn't go all in on anything that is not your thing. Does that make sense? Because it's out of your control. You're putting like your everything into somebody else, right? But at least if it's your thing and you can, you believe in it and you can move forward, then yeah, I'd say support yourself, right? Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that. So I fully agree that the one thing you can control is you. Um, I think though a lot of people would feel like they may not have the requisite skills to do their own thing, and the closest to their own thing they could do is supporting other people's thing, right? Like, are you familiar with the idea of being like an entrepreneur? Like you have a business, and instead of me wanting to start my own business, I want to be my own business inside of your business by making sure your business is great, therefore kind of building myself up through you in your space. Like, I think a lot of people are interested in joining other things that are working, or that appear to be viable, and so they'd be willing to kind of invest in someone else as if they were investing in themselves based on their beliefs. Maybe people who aren't ever going to kind of venture out and, for instance, start their own token or business, or does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. Give me 1 second.
Sure. I know that face. That's dad face for what? I'm
I
clearly doing something.
just running around shouting. I'm like,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's about. So anyway, yeah, I think that's cool. That's cool. There's a lot. So that would be like B2B, that would, right? That would be like B2B. Like you're
Like, right, with inside of business, right? Um, I can only think about like more traditional businesses. I'm sure there's an example of this, or I could probably create an example in crypto. But if you sold Windows and you hire me to be a salesperson, I can kind of be my own salesperson within your window. You supply the uniforms and the windows and all that, but within your business, I have a business as a salesman. And my business obviously helps your business, but I'm taking my role in my business as if it is my business within your business versus I just work for you.
right.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's cool. Yeah. So that's still investing in yourself, right?
Yeah. But it's still, in a certain extent, like I am then giving my resources, whether that be time, my book of business, any money I need to invest into that, and I'm putting it in your hands because you're in control of that part. Um, Nonetheless,
Right.
hoping that it still works out. So while I agree, bet on yourself. The only thing you should really be fully comfortable with is what you can do for you, because that's all you can control. I'm also saying that some people will find partnerships to kind of be less risky in that way, because they're thinking, well, this is me. I am in control of my wallet in this case. My, like you said, no one pushes the button for you. So
Yeah,
you're,
yeah. You know what? It's that's tough because I there's plenty of people that go all in on certain things, you know, and I remember when Bitcoin was really cheap, right? And my brother was like, "Hey, like send me more money." You know, he's calling everybody. You know what I mean? You know, I have to buy more Bitcoin. Have to, you know. It's like, but he knew, you know.
I was super skeptical of Bitcoin in a
Yeah,
stupid way. Like I looked at it and I said, so you're gonna create money. Yeah, okay. That'll work. Sure. Like this online money. And then like then later you're laughing. Oh, the use case is pizza. Look at you could buy the most complicated way to buy pizza in the world. Like whatever.
right.
Jokes
Well,
on
there
me.
was like Silk Road, right? There was like the Silk Road and all sorts of weird stuff. And then you see driving down the street, see a pawn shop accepts Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're like, you know, and it's not a place that you just like go into, right? So you kind of like make the association. You're like, oh, that weird corner store pawn shop thing takes Bitcoin, you know, and so that's like the brand.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like who knew that all the countries, you know, who aligns with that and all these hedge fund people and whatnot, like they're in the pawn shop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're in the pawn shop. Yeah. So that's that was kind of like the established brand at the beginning. You know, and I yeah. Yeah.
I was way skeptical too on like Occupy and the idea of like just decentralization of any financial tools, period. And didn't
Mm.
think it would work out. Like I watched the movement thinking to myself, like, yeah, so you're gonna close banking like now? Like what will we then do as a people without banks? I wasn't thinking about long term, can you build a system to replace the banks as much as I was thinking I think these people are asking for something that if they get it, they'll be very sorry, right? So I was a skeptic in that way, and then I watched things sprout out of that and said, this will never work. Like, duh. Ah, as you know, so now I don't doubt anything. I give everything the benefit of at least research. I say anything could work if enough people get behind it. You
Yeah.
know,
Uh, and serves a purpose, right? Has a use case. Money's a good use case, right?
hey, money. What is the utility? It makes money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great use case. Yeah,
Not bad. Not bad.
cars or trucks.
Damn. Damn. Uh Truck. I drive a truck, but I drive an old truck. I have a Tesla, you know, I have a Tesla, but I drive like a 2003 Dodge. Um, Cummins. Yeah.
So you both save the environment and kill the environment at the same
Yeah.
time. You're both a hero and the villain.
No, well, you know what? Lithium mining is not clean. You know, you're not saving the environment by driving an electric vehicle. I think you buy them because they're fast as hell.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad vehicle, man. Like tell you
Mm,
what, the AC, it's winter over there. The Tesla it's like turning on a wall heater. You get in it and then the hot air is coming out. The seat gets
mm,
hot. The steering wheel gets
mm.
hot. Like instantly. Whereas my truck, when it's winter, turn it on. You got to bring the water up to temperature. Takes forever. Takes
Yeah.
forever,
Yeah.
dude. You're just like
Yeah. True.
30 degrees. You're like, diesel's like, "Duh, duh, duh, duh," trying to get warm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But you need I until the but I live on like a farm,
Mm.
right? And we got a big horse trailer, like 24-foot gooseneck, and so
Mm.
you kind of need you have to have the truck, I think, right? So
Triple Crown, or NCAA tournament.
huh?
The Triple Crown of horse racing versus NCAA
Oh
tournament.
man, I don't watch a lot of the Triple Crown. I don't watch a lot of horse racing. I
No,
don't watch a lot of horse racing. I don't watch college basketball either, dude. You know?
you're in Oregon.
Yeah,
All right.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm detached, man. I'm like a bit detached from society. Like I fish a lot.
Mm.
You know, like when that whole pandemic happened, I
You
almost
missed
didn't
it.
even know. Yeah, bro. I was like, I went to the airport. We went to Florida. There's like nobody in the airport, nobody on the on the airplane. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't have a TV. Um, you know, I don't know.
Not one television.
No, yeah, I don't have no TV. No TV. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. We're going to start a new campaign. We're going to send Peyote a TV. Hashtag
Oh, you know
TV
what?
for Peyote.
It's funny. I founded a foster program, right? And so I just sent like most of my stuff to the foster program, like TVs and couches. I don't have shit. So, yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that, man. We should talk offline about that. Very
Oh,
interested. Extremely interested about that. And I guess, that there's a good reason. If you gave it to charity, you don't have things because you gave them away, especially a television, then that's okay.
yeah, dude. I like basically give away all my shit. I don't have anything, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Any updates outside of the ones you gave?
Oh, the Yasha V3, I think, is like the most pressing update. Obviously, some of the other projects have a lot of progress being made currently. Goodness, we should almost just record like its own segment of kind of what is coming up. Um, I'm trying to find something. Yeah, basically, for Guzzler guys, Farouk is building, continuing to build the racing game. Z and Farouk and team are working on the NFTs. Community is building NFT community. The cars will be a free mint. The accessories will be paid. So if you want to customize your car, those NFTs will be paid. Then to earn performance parts to upgrade the performance of your NFT car, you have to play the game. So performance upgrades are also free. However, you can create a secondary market and sell them for other people that want a fast car but don't want to grind through the game, right? That's
Mm-hmm,
what we're
mm-hmm.
create that secondary market. The fighting game is also getting close and playable. I was demonstrating it and playing it the other day. Super fun. Farouk is such a stud. It's so fun. Like a lot of the meme characters are in this. He's been working on this for some time. No, whoever that guy, no, Farouk did not steal your idea. He's been working on this. We have a lot of meme characters and mascots, even just within our own ecosystem, right? We've been, yeah. So, for science, for the Science DAO, we have a few really cool meetings coming up. It's really important. There's like no buy pressure on Science DAO. I don't know. I don't know why, considering what we know in the background.
Blogs forthcoming on that.
Up to the people to decide whether they want the chart to go up or go down or whatever it is. But it's very stable, and I think with the downturn in the market, a lot of people go towards their most stable investments to make up for other losses, right? And they panic, they pull out, whatever it might be. That hasn't changed. Nothing has changed about the project. The market has changed. So yeah, Yasha V3 contracts looking really bullish. I think that we have a good formula, and it's posted and pinned in the Yasha Telegram, so you guys can read that and kind of see what is coming up. Neko, Z, and team development team are working, trying to get this beta kind of completed here, so that we can really move forward and have that software wallet ready to rock, because that's software wallet should be pretty much ready to go here any time. I think it's getting close. It's getting very close. Just the alternative to MetaMask functions pretty much the same as MetaMask. We just added a few kind of cool features, and it's not owned by JP Morgan. You know what I mean? It's not owned by JP Morgan, and it won't mine your data. It's not going to sell your data, right? So that should be reason enough. If you're in for privacy, okay, and you want your transactions and everything to be private, then don't use a centrally controlled DeFi wallet, right? Because bro, it's a browser plugin. MetaMask is a browser plugin. It's a phone app. Look at their terms and conditions. They mine and sell your data, right? They know who you are. You're not being anonymous. You know what I'm saying? Like that MetaMask. Sure. Come on. It's like coming out of your IP. The whole thing. Come on. So, don't use something that's doing that. If that's what you want. If you want anonymity, then do something else, right? So it's my opinion.
We will wrap on that. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate all the new subscribers. Please do ask any questions you do have. I like to read through those before I sit down with Peyote and try to get some of those questions worked into the next recording. So if you have questions, leave them in the comments here. Subscribe, like, share, let everybody know that this platform exists. Yes, we talk about crypto and horses and mayonnaise, so it's okay. All right. Anything else?
He need a track. You need a track. That's about it. Okay, bye.
You sell your TVs and trucks. All right.